In this video, I'm going to show you how to reconcile an active problem list. So the first thing I'm going to show you is something called transition to. For example, this patient has shoulder pain. You did an MRI, and now you know the real diagnosis is a rotator cuff tear. So I'm going to demonstrate how to use transition. If you right-click on this diagnosis, click transition, you can go ahead and search for the new problem. Or if you already had the problem in the patient's list, you can pick it at this time. But I'm going to search for a new problem, and I'm going to transition this to rotator cuff tear. So now once I've picked the diagnosis that it will be transitioned to, and press OK. So now joint pain of the shoulder has gone away, and it has transitioned into a left rotator cuff tear. Now I want to go through and resolve and suppress some diagnoses. Resolve and suppressed are used for things that are acute problems that I no longer want to see in the patient's active problem list or their past medical history. So I'm going to go ahead and resolve and suppress bronchitis, this rash, and acute viral pharyngitis. I was able to pick multiple diagnoses by highlighting it and pressing the control button. At this point, I can then right-click and choose my resolve and suppress. Once I've done that, those diagnoses have now disappeared from the patient's problem list. The last function is resolve. I want to go ahead and resolve some issues possibly that the patient had in the past but no longer has actively. So I did the same thing. I was able to press control and highlight multiple diagnoses that I want to resolve. If I right-click and pick resolve, once you've committed this and you go to the patient's past medical history, those diagnoses now, such as this one, has become a history of. So resolve changes the active problem into a past medical history. And that's how you reconcile your active problem list.